team like Kyrie and KD. Or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s. But no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawg, and we back to it. You know how we do it. So I was just scrolling on my phone and I saw that tweet that I just posted on this video, and I was like, man, let's get up and get to some Isiah Thomas and Michael Jordan videos. But before we do, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. We are on the way to 10K. Go ahead and like this video. If you like this video, go ahead and write something in the comments, man. It's early morning. It's like 9:15 a.m. Pacific time, and I got up straight to it, man. I'm straight to the toxicity between these two legends. I like this beef for some reason. I don't know why. It's just something about the Isiah Thomas and Michael Jordan beef that I just enjoy, man. I think it's just because I just know how competitive both of these people are, and I really think it's no real beef. I just think that they're just, like I said, they're just two super competitive people. Like, Michael Jordan took Chicago from Isiah. What was the freeze-out game and the All-Star game, I think? They said Isiah just wasn't passing Jordan the ball. It was a bunch of just like little stuff that I think is super interesting in this beef, man. So let's get into this video. We got Isiah Thomas gets destroyed by Michael Jordan again. Let's get it.
When it comes to today's players in this era, there are very few, if any, rivalries. Compared to back in the day, where you had rivalries like the Bulls versus Pistons, more specifically, Jordan versus Isiah. And typically speaking, most rivalries, at most, last 5 to 7 years. But this Jordan versus IT rivalry has lasted nearly 40 years, going from the 90s to the 2000s, the 2010s, and now the 2020s. And
what's crazy is I feel like this rivalry don't get enough credit. Maybe because they didn't play, or they play in the Eastern Conference Finals, so I don't know. I feel like they should get a little bit more credit. It's probably because they didn't actually play in the finals against each other. But we talk about Magic and Bird, we talk about Ali and Frazier, but I feel like we don't talk enough about Jordan and Isiah. They used to have some super good battles.
To argue right now at this point in time, it is completely one-sided, as Isiah Thomas is the only one doing the talking. And since 2020, when The Last Dance came out, Isiah Thomas consistently brings up him and Jordan and their beef every 3 to 5 months. And recently, like clockwork, Isiah went on a podcast called All the Smoke and was practically begging Michael Jordan for an apology that he'll never receive.
Anywhere, anytime, publicly. Don't call me behind the scenes apologizing or asking your friends to apologize, right? You got on national television and you called me an asshole, and then you said you hated me.
That hurt Isiah for real.
On national television. Now, if you didn't mean it, get on national television and apologize for it. Now, if you meant it, let it ride as it is.
How y'all know you don't mean it? Isiah, I think Jordan might mean that for real. He don't want to be friends with you. I think Isiah kind of getting it caught up with he's not telling the truth, so come out and publicly apologize to me. But I think MJ like, hey, I really don't like you.
So stopping Isiah right there, it is a tad pathetic seeing a man who's 61 years old still cling to a rivalry that happened in the 90s. Isiah at this point is hung up on 2 different things. The first one being Jordan calling him an a-hole in The Last Dance. And look, Isiah Thomas, in his own right, can be offended and outraged by this statement. But in actual context, if you watch The Last Dance, Jordan called Isiah an a-hole in past tense. And what he was referencing was Game 4 of the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, last time him and Isiah played in a playoff game. If you didn't know, in this game the Bulls beat the Pistons and won the series 4-0.
Swept them
and
boys.
Isiah Thomas, the leader of Detroit, led his team off the court before time expired. To put it quite simply, Isiah's Pistons were sore losers and disrespected Jordan's Bulls, who finally beat them.
Whatever he says now, you know it wasn't his true actions then. It's time enough to think about it. Or the reaction of the public that's kind of changed his perspective of it. Yeah, you can show me anything you want. There's no way you can convince me he wasn't an asshole.
And look, I might be...
And he said that he wasn't, that you can't convince me that he wasn't an asshole. So yeah, like he said, it's past tense. He's not saying Isiah Thomas, 59-year-old Isiah Thomas is an asshole. Like, no, he was like, back then he was an asshole. And I'm sure Isiah was. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You can be an asshole against your rival. Like, I think that's perfectly okay. I almost think you should be an asshole towards your rival. Like, I think that's okay. But what I think Isiah had the problem with was he was saying, like, I had family members that was staying with Michael Jordan. Like, I thought we were better than that, basically. I think that's kind of how Isiah got hurt by, the words that Jordan was saying. But I don't know, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this.
Be biased, but Isiah's Pistons walking off the court with time left on the clock is a bit of an a-hole move, if you ask me.
It is what it is. Who cares?
Pistons 3 straight years.
Get over it, Jordan.
Not once they leave the court early or not shake hands after losing. And despite Jordan calling Isiah Thomas an a-hole in the past tense, in the same audio clip, Jordan gives Isiah praise as well as respect.
The best point guard of all time is Magic Johnson, and right behind him is Isiah Thomas.
That's all he respects you.
Yeah, I respect his game.
Exactly. He might not like you, but he respects you. Like, you can ask for so much different things, but as long as I feel like if a person respects you, that's all you can really ask for, man. A person ain't gotta like you.
Things can be true at the same time. Michael Jordan thought Isiah Thomas in 1990 was an a-hole. And also, he respects him as a basketball player and second best point guard in NBA history. Now, looking past the a-hole comment, the second thing Isiah's hung up on is Michael Jordan saying he hates Isiah Thomas with a passion. And this time Jordan was very much speaking in the present tense and not the past tense. And look, for Isiah, you're 61 years old, and at some point, you gotta get over this.
You gotta get over this.
Every person, every fan, every GM, owner is gonna like you and love you and be friends with you. They may respect you, but not everyone wants to be your friend or buddy-buddy. And if Isiah wants a reality check, Michael Jordan, age 60, is not going to national TV and apologizing to him for stuff that happened in 1990. It's not going to happen today, tomorrow, or 10 years from now. As The Last Dance pretty clearly got all that on the table and out of Jordan's system. Compared to Thomas, who at this point looks desperate and really thirsty for attention by using Jordan's name for headlines. And I do want to add some context, as looking at Larry Bird, he also hated the Detroit Pistons, more specifically, Bill Laimbeer. The context being, it wasn't just Jordan who hated Isiah, as well as his teammates.
That's another thing, too, that Isiah said about the whole Jordan rule thing, where a lot of people kind of put that on Isiah. And I think that I think Michael Jordan, felt some type of way. They were fouling him. Like, they were every time he went to the hole, they was making sure they was hitting him and different things. And I think he put that on Isiah, that Isiah was telling him to do that. But Isiah was like, hey, I wasn't part of the bad boys. That was my teammates. That was my bigs, Rick Mahorn and Bill Laimbeer and Dennis Rodman and all these guys. He's like, I wasn't the one fouling. So I think Isiah just wants to get his name cleared at the end of the day. It's like a lot of stuff that he gets the blame for, where he might have been the leader of the team for sure, but I think they just stole every bad negative thing about the Pistons on Isiah, and I think Isiah tired of it. That's the thing too. I think he's tired of all the smoke and ESPN Today, whatever the name of these different podcasts is. They're all asking Isiah about this. Like, why does Michael Jordan hate you? Why did he say you was an asshole? So he probably tired of it. Like, yeah, it was 30 years ago, but shit, all the interviewers keep talking about it, so he probably just tired of answering these questions.
In all reality, it was the entire league and most fans who hated Detroit for their dirty play, their cheap shots, trying to injure players, and showing no class when they lost. Once again, I'll say it, players and fans are allowed to hate each other, and not everything is buddy-buddy. And like I said before, when it comes to Isiah, for the past 5 to 7 years, constantly, he's been going viral with takes about Jordan and speaking on him and his overall game.
I'm gonna make that the
Compared to
thumbnail
Jordan,
right there.
who outside of 2020 with The Last Dance, has largely remained silent. I think it's pretty clear to everyone at this point, this
Hang time.
rivalry...
Did y'all see the hang time right there though? Like, look at this, y'all. I know this ain't really about Jordan's skills, but look at this. Look at the hang time on this shot. Like, nobody's doing this.
I think it's pretty clear to everyone at this point, this rivalry is very much one-sided, with
Crazy.
Isiah scrapping and clawing for Jordan's attention as well as approval. And speaking from an outsider's perspective, and think of someone like Jordan, when it comes to Isiah, why would he hate him in 2023? I think a
Give me
large
that.
reason why he does is Isiah Thomas says LeBron James is the GOAT. And Mike, being so super competitive, hearing that from Isiah Thomas of all people must rub him the wrong way. Even someone like Bill Laimbeer, who
They be
also
hating.
hates Jordan, claims LeBron James is better.
There's nothing wrong with feeling like LeBron James is the better player or Larry Bird or Magic Johnson, but I think it's just funny that specifically Isiah Thomas and Bill Laimbeer, like, they firmly believe that LeBron James, not Michael Jordan, is the NBA GOAT. Like, they want it to be known. Like, what you would think that since they had all these battles with Jordan, they would want to be like, you know, our day and age, this was the best player, and he's still the best player. Like, you would think that they would do that, but I just think this rivalry was just so deep. They're like, man, F Jordan, man. It's LeBron James is better. Like, I think that's kind of
Having
hilarious.
both those guys, Laimbeer and Thomas, say LeBron is better than Jordan is not a coincidence. And it's pretty obvious, both these guys are still salty and using the GOAT debate as a facade to attack Jordan. And even worse than that, when it comes to Isiah, he's super inconsistent with his rankings, his all-time standings, and isn't mad to admit he's using LeBron James by proxy to attack Michael Jordan.
Kareem
So
is
athletic.
the there hasn't been a player in the history of our game that had, his grade school career. I don't think he lost a game.
Come on,
He
Kareem.
lost one game in high school. He lost one game in college. Then he comes into the NBA and he wins, 6 championships, and he's the leading scorer, rebounder, and everything. So that there's Kareem, and then there's a debate, in terms of Jordan and LeBron, and on any given
Kobe?
night, who do you like? For me, I look at, the total body of work where LeBron James is as a basketball player, and if I had to pick one over the other, right now I'm picking LeBron James over a Michael Jordan, because Jordan would beat you scoring, but this guy beats you at everything. He rebounds, he assists, he gets everybody involved, and he's bigger, he's faster, he's stronger, and right now, he's doing his thing.
Is LeBron faster than Jordan though? I don't know. It's close. Like, I've definitely seen LeBron James running full speed up that court, and it looks crazy. But Jordan, man, I don't know. I give LeBron is bigger. I don't even know about more athletic, but he's definitely bigger. But to say that he's more athletic or faster than Jordan, let me know in the comments, y'all.
Look, Isiah Thomas at this point is clearly so salty about Jordan, he'll go to extreme lengths to downplay him and devalue him on all-time rankings. As looking at that clip, for Kareem's GOAT case, he brought up high school and college. We're talking about the NBA and the greatest player of all time, not college and not high school. And using Isiah's logic, bringing in college, wouldn't that by default put Jordan ahead of LeBron James? As MJ at UNC was a national champion, player of the year,
That's true.
All-American, won the Wooden Award, as well as the Naismith Award. Using Isiah's logic for putting Kareem first all-time wouldn't Jordan be second at the very least based on his accomplishments in college? There's so many contradictions in only a minute clip, it makes my head spin. And if you wonder why there's so many contradictions, it's pretty simple. Isiah Thomas does not like Jordan no matter what he says. As the worst take in that clip that is super casual is saying Jordan could only beat you by scoring. First off, that's completely false. Look at the 91 finals. In that series, he won the championship averaging 11.4 assists.
Damn, for real?
The highest ever for a non-point guard in the finals all time.
I never knew Jordan averaged 11 assists in the finals.
Series, at prime Jordan in the playoffs,
come here, Barkley.
1993, he was much more than only a scorer, averaging 34.4 points, 6.8 assists, 6.7 boards, 2.3 steals on 50, 36, and 83 splits. That is a...
Would y'all say that time period was when he started being able to be a better passer and a more all-around player was because of the triangle? I think that was kind of the whole point of the triangle, was to help Jordan out and not just be a straight ISO player. You know, you have players moving and cutting and, you know, just different things to give Jordan different outlets to pass the ball and not literally have to rely on his scoring. So let me know if I'm off on that, or if you know if that was right.
Brian Michael Jordan giving you 34, 7, and 7 with 2 steals of playing elite defense.
That was iconic.
Compared to LeBron James, who at his peak as a two-way player came in Miami. If you compare those stats of prime Jordan at his two-way peak to LeBron at his prime at his two-way peak, the numbers get pretty interesting. As LeBron averaged 26.9 points, 5.7 assists, 8.4 boards, 1.8 steals on 50, 35, and 77 splits. How can you look at peak LeBron James in Miami, compare to Jordan in the late 80s, early 90s, and tell me one guy was only a scorer and the other guy did it in various ways? This, once again, is an example of Isiah Thomas bending the truth and straight up lying to the audience. And look, to wrap this video up, when it comes to Jordan, the worst thing he said about Isiah Thomas in 4 years is calling him an a-hole in the past tense. Compared to Isiah, who in the last decade has tarnished Jordan's name on Undisputed, First Take, and countless podcasts. At this point, it's getting pretty sad and desperate that Isiah Thomas is using Jordan's name for clout and attention. And like I said in the opening, the Isiah vs. MJ beef is completely one-sided. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.
Okay. Good video. A really good video. I kind of reacted to something that I was kind of talking about that All the Smoke interview by Isiah Thomas a couple days ago. So I'm just getting a little bit more facts on this beef. And I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to actually react to like some rivalry highlights of this series. This is how I really feel about it. I think Isiah is just hurt. Isiah is hurt because he felt like he was better than that with Jordan. And also I feel like he's tired of the interviews. He's tired of people asking him about that. So he's like, Jordan, can you please come out of the closet? I mean, not come out the closet, but can you come out of your house and, let these guys know that this stuff is not true? Like, that you have my cousin living with you, this and that. Like, I think that's just kind of what Isiah wants Jordan to do. But Jordan ain't doing that, man. Jordan is chilling. He on the golf course smoking cigars, drinking whiskey. Like, ain't nobody, he not worried about Isiah. But I appreciate y'all for watching this video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't already. Go ahead and like this video if you like this video. And go ahead and write something in the comments. Let me know how you feel about the Isiah Thomas and Michael Jordan beef. What side are you on? Or you feel like Isiah is just being extra, he clout chasing, he just want to make some storylines out of Jordan? Or y'all think Jordan is just who he always is? A lot of people don't like Jordan. Like, Isiah ain't the only person that don't like Jordan. They say Charles Barkley done fell out with him. His teammates always said that Jordan wasn't the greatest guy. So whose side are y'all on, man? But I appreciate y'all like always. We out.